I'm going to do just a short little tutorial on tying roasts. And I'll start with this piece that I talked about earlier, this part of the shoulder called the copa. And I'm going to tie this. And the reason you do this, the reason you tie a roast is that you want to end up with a nice uniform piece from one end to the other. And you want a good tight knot. And it will just help it, when it roasts, it will keep its shape and cook more evenly. This is just a kind of, I'd call it just a basic slip knot. And it starts out with in your right hand you've got the string that went under the roast, and in your left hand the string that went over the top of the roast. And you put them next to each other. Then you just give it a gentle twist. And then with your two fingers, you bring that one end of the string through, and you bring it down, and it basically locks in place, but you need to do it again. You need to put a loop around it again to make sure that it locks permanently. And this is a good knot to learn. It's good for all kinds of things, but it's particularly good for tying a roast. It's one of these very simple things. It's a very simple knot, but it still takes some effort to learn. I remember when I first did this, I practiced on a coffee can. So when I got back to work the next day, I wouldn't look like such an idiot. There we go. I'm rapidly losing pace with this slow motion operation, but I'll stay with it for just a bit here. There we go. The top one in your left hand and the one underneath in your right hand next to each other. Turn it around, pull that one through. You don't see these roasts tied like this very often in the stores anymore, because it's just one more part of the trade that's kind of disappeared because people don't want to take the time to do this. In this day and age, so much is about labor cost. It's always been about labor cost, but it seems like we've lost some basic skills emphasizing it too much. So here we go. We've got a nice, pretty uniformly tied copa.